has ensured that their high-end starter is going nowhere.
Welcome to Weekly Strategy. Use the scouting reports to prepare your opponent. Adjust your strategy, abilities, and play sheets for
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Atlanta.Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Head coach Mike McCarthy and your defending AFC North Pittsburgh.
On the visitors' sideline, a look at the head coach of the Falcons. His team fired up and ready for this one. Across the way on the Steelers' sideline, it is Mike McCarthy. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Here in Western PA, what a place to start the season. New head coaches as well. Falcons and Steelers begin the 2026 campaign. The Steelers hit the field for the first time this year, and we are pretty sure it's the final opening game of the season for Aaron Rodgers. Announced back in May that this would be the final season. Announced he was coming back to Pittsburgh for year 2. Here he is now, Greg, as he is paired with his former Packers head coach, Mike McCarthy.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There'll be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
For a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 45.
They'll motion the slot man right. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. It was the rookie from Clemson in on the tackle. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 9. Play fake to Dowdle, and now Rodgers. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
At the 17-yard line.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. Defense all over that one. They'll come up with a stop, and it's no gain. See what they have for second and 10.
At the Falcons 17-yard line.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
Now, nothing like a short one for your first attempt of the year, right, Mike? I mean, talk about an easy one to break you in. Knocks it through, jogs off the field. That's a dream start.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. And Greg, the Falcons offense comes out led by Tua Tagovailoa, who came over to Atlanta after 6 seasons with the Dolphins.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
First chance to show what they can do all season. One play in, one quick first down. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he's going to be corralled right at the line of scrimmage. That is good work defensively. They hold him to no gain.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain. So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest gain.
Third and 9. From the gun, here's Tua. Hit as he throws, that one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good third down stop, and it sets up fourth down. Falcons going to send out their new punter here in 2026, Jake Bailey. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's first and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
From the 38 now, here's second and a couple. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it. Second down and 2. Oh, what an effort from the defense. They forced their way in there, get the stop, and a loss of about 2 yards.
Second and 2, you're thinking I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take it back for a loss at 2, and now you find yourself on third down.
Pressure all around him, and down he goes.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. Great first weekend of football underway around the NFL. This day, so many of us look forward to more good stuff ahead later tonight. Cowboys and the Giants. We've seen that often on week 1. It always delivers that divisional rivalry. John Harbaugh's Giants debut. 8:20 Eastern for that, and then another division game tomorrow night. Denver at KC. Remember, the Broncos snapped the Chiefs' 9-straight-year run of winning the AFC West title. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 9. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's into the hands of Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. He was a 1,000-yard rusher a year ago and looking good to start this season as well. In some rhythm, with drives rolling, here's another 1st and 10. A pitch to Robinson. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Throwing is Tua. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. John Dotson was the intended receiver there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. He'll go on fourth down. They snap it to Tua. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. That was something else. Big pickup on 4th and long. And they get a new set of downs. Play fake to Robinson. Now it's Tua. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. To the air again, Tagovailoa. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on fourth down. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Let's see what they do here. This is fourth and long. Again, it's Tua. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On play action, Rodgers. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's now
2nd and 10. Now Dowdle. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. 3rd and 6. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this complete to Bernard. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 20-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. In trouble, and down he goes.
In all of these downs, they're all tied together. Decisions made on 1st and 2nd down are what led to that result on 3rd. They were forced into an obvious passing situation on 3rd and long, and this pass rush is able to just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback.
That's taken in at the 50. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Falcons offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's going to be 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Tua to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
Oftentimes, these critical downs come down to who executes the best. And in this case, Mike, the defense executed when it mattered the most. Big 4th down stop, and now they're going to get the ball back.
A 1st down throw from Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They face 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
At the 44-yard line.
Rodgers to throw. Left side, he's got Bernard. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Rodgers. He gets this one complete to Pittman. And they will get the 1st down here and move it to field goal range inside the 25. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. They'll have it 1st and 10. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. Oh, we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Our look around the NFL starts now. In the Pacific Northwest, the Seahawks at home to take on the AFC champs, the New England Patriots. And it's a man who started showing what he could do in the second half of the year, Travion Henderson. Folks, this is a moment of brilliance. He's gone. They're not gonna get him. He started at his 4-yard line. He goes the distance, 96 yards. Get him an oxygen mask. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they host the Baltimore Ravens. And it's Josh Downs, one of his 2 touchdown catches in the first half. The Colts trying to win the home opener. They have the lead at halftime. Lastly, let's check out the impact player from this opening slate of games of 2026, and it's this man. And it's the NFL's leader in catches from a year ago, Puka Nacua. Just get his hands on the football and let him do the rest. This is going to be a 41-yard touchdown. The Rams had to travel a long way to get there, but they get the Week 1 victory over their NFC West rival. And as night falls on a fantastic first Sunday of football, a look here at the rest of the action on a hectic first day of the NFL's regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, not much offense to talk about. Just 1 field goal on the board. 3-0 the score. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Great first weekend of football underway around the NFL. This day, so many of us look forward to more good stuff ahead later tonight. Cowboys and the Giants. We've seen that often on Week 1. It always delivers that divisional rivalry. John Harbaugh's Giants debut. 8:20 Eastern for that. And then another division game tomorrow night. Denver at KC. Remember, the Broncos snapped the Chiefs' 9-straight-year run of winning the AFC West title.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's 2. Short throw taken by Pitts. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
The Falcons getting their punter out there. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Oh, he shanked it. Headed straight for the sideline. This one heads directly out of bounds. Going to mark it just on the other side of midfield. So the Steelers back on the field. Rico Dowdle and company with their next possession. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. The drive will start on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down.
At the 49-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Warren. He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. That's Azeez Ojulari in on the tackle.
A 1-yard pickup brings up third.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. James Pierce working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. On is the veteran Morstead, and his punt is away. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And you see their last few possessions. Going to need to pick up the pace, honestly. They trail here and begin with first down. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
The Falcon ball carrier tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down. And he's able to get it up to the 37-yard line.
Joey Porter Jr.
Well, no surprise that Bijan picks up that first down. And the Falcons offense continues to run through him, and for good reason. And he might be one of the best all-around players in the league. Led the NFL in yards from scrimmage a season ago, and wouldn't be surprised to see him near the top again this year.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. And we get a stoppage for an injury. Oh, that is T.J. Watt, who is in some discomfort. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run here for Robinson. He'll push forward for about a yard. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and 7. Here's Tungo Vailoa. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. Not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better. Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
From the gun, here's Tua. He connects downfield to Dotson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down. On the give, it's Robinson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and a yard. On the option, here's Robinson. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll begin the fourth by giving it to Robinson. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he can barely get out of the starting block, stopped in the backfield for a second straight play. They need one right now. 3rd and long. The decision has been made. The challenge flag is out. They want a review of the previous play.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is...
So that challenge, a successful one. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap to Tua. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is Deshaun Elliott on the safety blitz, bursting in to record the sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down.
This is one of those coaching decisions people are going to be talking about for a long time. You find yourself down 3, a field goal gets you level. Instead, you roll the dice and go for it, and you fail.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. Trying to find somewhere to go, but defense with other ideas. They stop him. That'll be no gain.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
And he looks past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This is taken at the 25. And it's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Turn up the field. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Tua. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. Fought for and caught for the first down. It's a first down and a gain of 16.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning as they line up for 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. They'll run the draw with Warren.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
3rd and long for Rodgers. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Falcons are right back in this one. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now Tua. Loading up, launching downfield. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down.
Well, the crowd certainly doesn't like it, and I don't blame them. I mean, 4th quarter, close game, that is just a huge call, and I've seen officials keep their flags in their pockets for a lot worse.
2 and out on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield. So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And so great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
Great job there defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. So wind up a turnover on down.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They take care of business to open 2026. Win one for Mike McCarthy as the head coach of his hometown team in Pittsburgh. And Aaron Rodgers gets it done in the opener in his final NFL season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.
You can't win in the NFL without a capable quarterback, and one team has ensured that their high-end starter is going nowhere.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the magnificent city of Atlanta. Used to be the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad here. That's why they still sound the train horn inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coming up, two teams ready to square off.
Welcome.
It's the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons.
On the Carolina sideline, it's their head coach, Dave Canales. This guy's got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Falcons. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in Week 2. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Ryan Fitzgerald. He's got the ball on the tee. And that's a decent return out to the 29-yard line. The offense will get play one of the game from right there. And Greg, the Falcons offense comes out led by Tua Tagovailoa, who came over to Atlanta after 6 seasons with the Dolphins.
And he's coming off a game where he was pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest, and he had a couple nice throws mixed in, a couple decent drives here and there, but the inability to find the end zone, of course, he had the one interception, so a lot to clean up, a lot to improve. Not just him, but frankly, the entire offense. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On second down, here's Tagovailoa. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. A gain there of 21. First down, Atlanta. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. They had that play dialed up defensively. Stopped him in the backfield. Loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. To throw is Tua. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 40. And the Falcons, first down. First and 10.
Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Give to Robinson from the pistol. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
And what started out as a promising drive, now they find themselves in 3rd and long. After being stuffed for a loss on 1st down with that ground game, they came right back to it, trying to make up some of those lost yards. The defense was having none of it. 3rd and long.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. No good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory. But you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
Offense heading back out for the Panthers, and their coordinator is Brad Idzik. He is as intense and as focused as they come. All eyes on what's to come in this next possession. Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. He's going to get nothing out of that one. Bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past. But here, you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. That is knocked away, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag in the backfield. That might be a late hit on the quarterback.
Guys, just take a look down on the sideline and you see the coach is just losing their mind. It's 3rd down. You force the incomplete pass, you're bringing up 4th down, and your rushers just have to find a way to avoid that late contact. And That late mistake here is going to cost them a fresh set of downs.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Young. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Young. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
20-yard pickup there. It's good for a Panther 1st down. They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. Young hands it to Hubbard. He's got space inside the 25. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards.
They get 21 on that one. It's a Carolina 1st down. And we're not going to have another snap here. 1st quarter will come to an end. Panthers football to begin this 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Hubbard. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Carolina.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
No handoff. He'll keep it himself. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Now, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Young. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard.
It's a really well-designed play down in the red zone. We see teams run this time and time again, fast to the flat. What they're doing is they're putting a lot of conflict of responsibility. Those edge defenders in the run game a lot of times are also responsible for the flat area in the passing game. So things happen fast, threaten those responsibilities, and let the running back do the rest.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Falcons nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A return now from the 4. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. Well, after a great week 1 and the opener of Buffalo's new stadium to kick off week 2, we have to look ahead to tonight. Chiefs and Colts at Arrowhead Stadium, 8:20 Eastern Time. Then really good matchup tomorrow, Monday night in prime time. Buzzworthy teams in the offseason. The Rams already opened in Australia. The Giants opened with the Cowboys. Now those 2 teams will meet at SoFi in Inglewood.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes. That's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. there's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receiver's saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. Play fake to Robinson. Now it's Tua. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Again, it's Tua. Open man downfield, that's London. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First grab for London, and that is a first down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
Momentum building here. On this drive, they go again, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Off play action, it's Tua. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
I love blitzing defensive backs. So when they blitz the corner, Mike, they call it a cat pressure. He's the corner cat. Man, it's so hard for the offense to get a beat on him. Who's accounting for him? And in this case, nobody was.
Third and long. Here's Tua. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers will take over here just shy of the 30.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Brandon Dorless there on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Young to throw. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it. And that pass falls incomplete. It's 3rd down. They need 6 for the first down. Mims sent in motion here. Here's Young. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. On 4th down, Carolina's going to send out Sam Martin to punt. This brought in out past the 20. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it, but can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
On second down, it's a run with Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
And he is going to have that Falcons first down. Able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and 2.
Job well done right there. 3rd and inches. You don't want to chop or step or go east and west. You're just trying to hit this thing downhill as hard as possible, run right at the defense. And he doesn't get a whole lot, but he does get first down.
And he gets this up close to the 40. Javon Bullard there on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. A dive and a catch. Incredible. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's good for a Falcon first down. They run over center with Robinson. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. 21. First down, Atlanta. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They are moving the ball well on this drive, aren't they? It's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Throw over the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. That one knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Tua to throw again. To the goal line and in. Stops it. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is the first touchdown of the new year.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will level things out at 7 apiece. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. On the return, here's Xavier Ligon. Yeah. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. And they're not going to try to snap it. That'll be enough for this, and we'll bring the first half to a close.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our trip around the league starts now. What a way to kick off Week 2, the first ever regular season game at the new Highmark Stadium. Lions in town to take on the Bills. And it's the former NFL rushing champ, Kareem Hunt. He's going to hustle his way to the end zone, 10 yards on the touchdown. The Bills get the win, and they are 1-0 in the new stadium. Lock up the folding tables, people. Celebration time in Western New York. One more to show you real quick. We go to Houston. It's the Texans hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. And this is Joe Burrow. Everything's going his way so far. One of 3 first-half touchdown passes. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, each team's been able to manage just 1 touchdown, 7-7 tied at the half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Ligon on the return. Whoa. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Offense heading back out for the Panthers, and their coordinator is Brad Idzik. Well, after a great Week 1 and the opener of Buffalo's new stadium to kick off Week 2, we have to look ahead to tonight. Chiefs and Colts at Arrowhead Stadium, 8:20 Eastern Time. Then really good matchup tomorrow, Monday night in prime time. Buzzworthy teams in the offseason. The Rams already opened in Australia. The Giants opened with the Cowboys. Now those two teams will meet at SoFi in England. Inside the 20. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, 74 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Defense.
You don't see guys going hard after kickers on extra points, a little different than field goals, so let's see if that's going to end up costing them.
And this will wind up being a touchback since the ball was kicked from the 50-yard line. Means the official's going to spot this one at the 20. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll get 9 yards. Up at the 29.
Trayvon Merrick on the tackle. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the
2nd and a yard.
line.
A give, and here comes Robinson. This one over before it started. Hit behind the line. It's going to be a loss of a couple.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll go. It's Robinson. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field, but they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
From the pistol, a give to Hubbard. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. A.J. Terrell up for the tackle. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
26-yard line.
Back to throw, Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Falcons have come up with the recovery.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one.
Previous play is under review.
At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. Young going to give it to Brooks. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Here's a run. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone.
Good blocking, and he's in. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Carolina. his second rushing touchdown of the year.
All right, Mike, so down here tight, there's really two schools of thought. One, spread them out. Make them defend sideline to sideline, cover every blade of grass, and try to create some holes. The other side of that conversation is pack everybody in tight. We're tougher than you. We're bigger than you, and we're going to knock you back just enough to punch this in for a touchdown.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Falcons 7.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Back to throw is Tua. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Devin Lloyd on the coverage defensively.
Throwing is Tua. That runs over the middle and into the hands of Zacchaeus. Inside the 40. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown Atlanta.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed him. In this game, it looked like it was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
Folk now for the extra point. And he missed it. That's a rare miss for the veteran. And they are unable to add on the point after. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. We get on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
And we will not get another snap here. That is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. A run, and it Brooks as we begin the 4th quarter. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Got it into the hands of Mims. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Panthers.
On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Now Young. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
To throw is Young. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Tua Tagovailoa and this Falcons offense set for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. That's caught right side. It's London. Oh, great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 52 yards. And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Trevin Wallace. He gets in to drop him for his 1st sack of the young season.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field. And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They snap it to Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has an ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
Again, it is Brooks. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop them right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
A carry now for Brooks. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Panther first down. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.